From the pit in Swanton, Vermont. Hello, friends, and welcome to Northwest Access TV's special coverage of high school softball, a varsity contest between the Missisquoi Valley Union Thunderbirds and the Mount Mansfield Cougars. MVU coming in with some solemnity, having just dedicated the field to head coach and assistant coach Jay Hartman and Rich McVicker. The combination having been at the helm of this program for 39 seasons and together amassing more than 500 wins. This will be their final season, one of their final games here at the pit. The field was in their honor dedicated in a special ceremony before this game gets underway. In attendance today, we have dozens of former players and friends of the program. But ever the stoic leader, Coach Hartman, in his comments before the game, ended it with, now let's get to work, wanting to get the ceremony behind them so that they can now focus on their task at hand, the contest against Mount Mansfield. MVU, certainly the favorites in this one, coming off of a big win against Essex. Mount Mansfield 1-9 on the season. Having a rough go of things here. On the mound to start things off for MVU, Molly Gagne, a sophomore standout player, number 12. She will be the starting pitcher. Around the infield, her catcher is going to be Destiny Pigeon, who is just a junior. Over at first base is Abigail Paquette. At second, Madison Guyette. The shortstop is Alexandra Brulette. And at third base, Allison Stetson. The outfield, over in left is Madison Gagne, Molly Meador, another sophomore in center field, and the right fielder, Carrie Campbell, who is also a sophomore, 2 out of the 3 outfielders in the 10th grade for this MVU team. As we get our flyby, of course, MVU and the pit located a short walking distance from Franklin County Municipal Airport. And with Gagne's last warm-up throw, she seems to be all set and ready to go. Mallory Jacobs will be the leadoff batter for Mount Mansfield, a senior center fielder. Left-handed hitter. Gagne kicks some dirt off, and we are set to get underway. Here comes the first pitch. Just outside, ball 1. What a no on the way. A little low, tailing away. 2-0 to get it started. It is a hot one here, by the way. 88 degrees unofficially at the start. I suppose depending on whether or not you're in the sun or in the shade, it's going to fluctuate by a great deal. Here's the next one from Gagne. Chapped, and a grounder to the pitcher. Picks it up cleanly. The throw is in time. Gagne fielding the position as well. And it brings up Shayna Keogh. Keogh will be the starter for the Cougars. Gagne's pitch taken right down the middle for strike 1. Keogh thought about going after that one, laid off, and it's 1 ball and a strike. Missing the zone, high and away. Gagne finds herself behind in the count again. 2-1. And just finding the bottom of the zone now, evening it up. Ever restless before that pitch came. Jay Hartman reminding his infield to get the hands down, and you saw them following the command, getting their hands down to the dirt. Here's a 3-2 low and a walk. Runner on first. This is Maddie Lloyd, sophomore shortstop. The throw back to first is misthrown. Tried to catch Keogh stealing. And the overthrow from the catcher puts a runner in scoring position for Mount Mansfield. Gagne just missing the zone. That one high. She's had a hard time locating through these first couple of batters. And a big swing and a miss. Good pitch from Gagne. And another big swing and a miss. And the first strikeout of the afternoon for Molly Gagne. Cleanup hitter Lily Gauss, a junior, takes the first pitch for a strike. The early indications are that it's a lower strike zone, but not that low. Nor as low as that one. 1-1 as Keogh has a good lead off of second base. Steps back to tag up. Two and one, and that one just finds the bottom of the zone as well. Gagne trying to make it 2 straight strikeouts to retire the side. And it goes all the way to the backstop. Keogh is going to make it to third without needing to get down. And it's a full count to Lily Gauss. The pitch misses. It was well snagged by Destiny Pigeon to keep that one from going away, but another walk. Shayna Keogh was walked, reached second on an overthrow from the catcher, reached third on a wild pitch. Caitlin Morey is the batter, took the first pitch for a strike. Morey, the senior left fielder, lays off that high ball 1. And that one goes all the way to the backstop. Keogh's going to go. The throw and the tag is in time. No hits in the top of the first for Mount Mansfield, but they had a runner head towards home, thrown out on the Pigeon to Gagne combination. Some nerves perhaps at the start of this one, but the Thunderbirds do not buckle, scoreless as we go to the bottom of the first. And as was alluded at the top of our broadcast, it was prior to this game that a special ceremony here dedicated this field, the pit, to Jay Hartman and Rich McVicker, who have combined to helm this program for 39 years. A sensational accomplishment that is truly hard to grasp. 39 years doing anything. You add in the fact that you're doing it well, and then you add in the fact that you're doing it with young student athletes in the very, very unpredictable Vermont spring times. Coach Hartman alluded to the fact that prior to their first scheduled contest as coaches, there was a foot of snow that fell the night before. Despite all of that weather and unpredictability, the conditions of this field are quite good. This is a fine high school softball field. And here we go. Bottom of the first, the leadoff batter is Madison Guyette. Guyette, the second baseman. Goes after this one, and an infield fly is misplayed. Hit kind of thick, and it was a poor jump from third base. Second batter is Kerry Campbell, the sophomore right fielder. This one is swung on over to third. It is fielded cleanly, but the throw to second is not in time as Maddie Guyette slid in there safely. And on the fielder's choice, Kerry Campbell gets to first. Batting third is Alexandra Roulette. Takes the first one for a strike. Allie swings at this one, and it goes deep to left field. It drops in just by the foul line. One run will score, make that two on a stand-up, just one run. A stand-up double. Madison Guyette, the first run, and three batters up for the Thunderbirds, three batters safely on board. Two in scoring position now after that deep double for Alex Roulette. It's going to be tough to leave the park today, thanks to a bit of a breeze that's blowing towards home. And though the fans would have loved to have seen one leave the park, I'm sure the majority of them are also grateful for that breeze, which is alleviating the temperature somewhat. Again, hot and humid, almost 90 degrees. Probably is reaching that 90 mark when the clouds briefly give way, but you can almost almost see a haziness all around as well. So it ain't the heat maybe, but the humidity. After the Mount Mansfield timeout, Molly Meador will be the batter. Brulette at second, Campbell at third. And the sophomore Meador at the plate. Swings at this one, line drive's gonna drop. 1 run scores. They will hold the runner at third. An RBI single for Molly Meador off the first pitch that she saw, just pulled it easily to left. And it's 2-0 Thunderbirds in the bottom of the first inning. Madison Aiken, the designated player. Showed bunt, laid off. The throw to second is not going to be played. Back to home, and easy base running tactics for the Thunderbirds to bring in their third run. It was a stealing effort, a fake for Meador, at least it thought to be a fake. She ended up successfully stealing and reached third on the E4. And that is how Brulette's run is going to be scored as well. As this one pulled down the line, hits the base, so it is fair. And another run scores. Molly Meador, the 4th Thunderbird run off of that RBI single from Maddie Aiken. Foul pop from Molly Gagne. They're going after the first pitch. The second one fouled by Gagne as well. Another pop-up, heading foul and off of the Mount Mansfield roof. Looking over there, you will note that it's not a very deep bench for the Cougars. We've got just 11 active players on the roster. They do have one who's out with an injury, junior Cara Gagliardi. 0-2 the count to Gagne. No outs here in the bottom of the first as she fouls another one back. Gagne tees this one off towards left field, hangs up, and it is caught just on the line. Aiken's got to run back to tag up. The throw to first is not going to be in time. She remains safe there as Gagne, who flies out the first out of the side. This is Abigail Paquette, number 3. Paquette takes the first one low. Again, these Thunderbird hitters have been going after the first pitch. And this one yanked down the right field line, but foul. That one was really turned, but too sharply. You could tell that Paquette's eyes must have lit up for that one. This one also down the right field line, but it is fair. Goes through the right fielder's legs all the way to the wall. Aiken's going to go to third. She is going to be held there. No, they're going to waive her. The throw home is not going to be in time, and it is 5-0 Thunderbirds. A single to right field. And it's going to be an E9, which allows Paquette to reach third. First pitch swung on and fouled away by Destiny Pigeon. And the number 9 batter, Allison Stetson, the third baseman. This one is hit deep and caught in center field. Well played, charging in for Mount Mansfield's Mallory Jacobs. Well, the entire side got to the plate for the Thunderbirds. And after an inning, they lead it 5-0 over a, again, depleted Mount Mansfield team, which didn't have a large bench anyway. Top of the second inning here, Mount Mansfield finds themselves in a 5-run hole to the home team. As Coach Jay Hartman has called over Mount Mansfield coach Bruce Garapi to discuss something. Don't yet know if there have been any substitutions. I'm not sure, but presumably Hartman is making some sort of roster shift. What's interesting is Molly Gagne, who's just sitting comfortably in the circle. Teammates coming over, say, stand up, let's go. First pitch, a strike from Gagne. Struggled a bit in that first inning to find the zone. Fastball inside, which pushes back Caitlin Morey. Again, Morey was at the plate at the end of that first inning, but the final out came on a tag at home. As Morey swings at that one, comes up empty. It is 1-2. Again, a low pitch, pushing Morey back a bit. And it's a full count now. Here's the next from Gagne. And got her on a strikeout. 2 strikeouts now in the contest for Gagne, both of them swinging. Low first pitch to Grace Leach. Leach, the right fielder, whose defensive woe in the last half caused one run for the Cougars, but certainly it would be unfair to put any of the rest of that first inning barrage on her shoulders. Leach was just charging in and had that glove about a half inch away from making the stop. Good pitch from Gagne. And a walk from Gagne. Her second, take that, her third. And the batter now clear-eyed. Shows bunt, drops it down right in front of the plate. It spins back for foul ball. The 0-1 again shows bunt as the infield and everybody charges in. It misses for a strike. And a swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts this inning. Brings the total to on par with the number of base on balls. Here's Ellie Campbell, the lone freshman appearing in this contest. Campbell is a little bit of an everything player for Mount Mansfield. Bright future for her. Just a freshman, plays first base today, occasionally plays in the outfield, and occasionally pitches. 1-1, a big swing and a miss. And they go back to first. The quick turn back from Pigeon. One, two, and they got back. No, not in time. It looked to me like it was in time, but the official's much closer to the action than I am. Abigail Paquette, praised by Harpin for doing a good job. Perhaps that's as passive-aggressive as you'll get from him. Another throwback to first and another dust cloud as Grace Leach continues to dirty up her uniform. This is a payoff pitch. Outside and another walk. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks in this frame as Leach gets to second base. The number 9 batter, Skylar Foster. Low and away as the wind picking up a little bit. Less blowing in now and blowing out towards the right field line. That one inside, almost hitting Foster. 2-0. That was a good pitch from Gagne. Her first strike of this at-bat. And this one is hit over the roof of the Thunderbird dugout. And there's a swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts In the top of the second inning for Molly Gagne. 4 in the game, and after an inning and a half, it is 5-0 Missisquoi. Back here at the pit, bottom of the second inning, 5-0 the home team on top, and back at the top of the order as well, as this one is swung on and a fly ball to center field, running over, and a very impressive catch made by Mallory Jacobs, running over to right center to make that catch. That ball had some movement on it, and Jacob showed some wheels to be able to track it and catch it. Carrie Campbell, who reached on a fielder's choice, hits this one hard to third, and it just skids in a way that keeps it under the glove. We don't have the official interpretation of a score. I'll call it a hit, as this one stays high to Alex Brulette. I think even if that grounder had been played cleanly at third, as this one is hammered down and almost hitting a car. A lot of people second guessing their choice in where to park after that one, but no damage done. And again down the left field line, but foul. Roulette is hitting him hard, and you can tell wants to turn on him. And they fly to left. A couple of steps back and well played. Good catch in left field from Maury for the Cougars. Medor, who singled to left, is showing bunt. Rolls back, it's called for a strike. The runner gets to second safely, a steal for Carrie Campbell. Hard chopper down the left field line, misplayed at third, misplayed in left, and it is going to be an RBI double for Molly Medor, her second RBI. And it's 6-0 Thunderbirds. Madison Aiken singled to third her first time up, eventually went around for a run scored. The two umpires convening for a discussion. Aiken again chops it down the third base line. It is fair, and it's going to get past the left fielder as well. Medor jogs in as Aiken thought about making her way towards third. It's going to be back-to-back RBI doubles for the Thunderbirds, who lead it 7-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Gagne flew out to left after a string of fouls her first time up. Goes off the first pitch she sees, a fly ball to left is caught. And the Thunderbirds retired in the second. But not before getting some damage done. 2 runs scored off of 3 hits. And after 2 innings played, it is MVU 7, not Mansfield nothing. We're here in the top of the third inning where some changes have occurred. Namely, the pitching afternoon has concluded for Molly Gagne, who did not give up a run and struck out 4 in 2 innings. And the pitching afternoon has begun for Molly Medor, a sophomore. So basically the starting pitcher moved back and the starting center fielder moved up. They're both in line with one another. And here's a 3-1 count. Right down the gullet, strike 2 to Mallory Jacobs. Jacobs grounded out to Gagne to start the contest. And good velocity, good movement, but poor location, and it is a walk to Mallory Jacobs. Pop up, caught by Pigeon, diving in foul ground. Great play. Catchers need to have that explosiveness. They're down in a crouch, and to be able to move anywhere, let alone to be able to jump and extend and dive when you're down that low. Great play. First pitch strike, by the way, to Maddie Lloyd. Lloyd struck out swinging in the first. Doesn't go after that one, which brings about some dirt. 1-1. And a swing and a miss. One, two. Fouled over the Missisquoi faithful on the first base line. One and two. And Lloyd strikes out again. That's the first strikeout for Molly Medor. Changeup for a strike. Skipping off the dirt, it's 1-1. Medor's got some good speed, but missing the zone again. It's 2 balls and a strike. Two down here in the top of the third inning. Lily Gauss takes that one for a strike, and it's a full count. Gauss was walked by Gagne in the first, but is struck out looking by Medor in the third. For the Cougars in the top of the third, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. She was walked. And after 2.5, the home team leads it 7-0. Bottom of the third inning as the Thunderbirds look to add on to their 7-run lead, and this fly ball to right center, which reaches the wall, is going to help. Running all the way around and standing up with a triple, a lead-off triple for number 3, Abigail Paquette. Wears 3, plays position number 3 and just ran all the way to base number 3. In the first inning, Paquette was left stranded at third as well. And Destiny Pigeon shows bunt, does. Down the third base line, and the throw is not going to be in time, and there's not going to be a throw back to home. The 8th run scores for the Thunderbirds. A good bunt single from Pigeon. And here's Allison Stetson, who flew out to center. Changeup is taken and sliding into second base. Pigeon's going to stay there despite the throw trickling past her. Eight runs have scored for the Thunderbirds. 6 of their batters have touched home plate. Stetson takes that one. Again, a changeup. Shayna Keogh, the junior, trying to slow down the temperature a little bit so that the Thunderbird batters aren't able to hit it with much force, but she's missed the zone. It's 3-1. A big swing. Why not? A hitter's count, but Stetson misses. And it's a full count now. Second half of the third inning. Stetson fouling it straight back. And this one down the right field line, but foul. Today is the 21st of May, 2022. It has been exactly 3 weeks since the coaching combination of Hartman and McVicker notched their 500th victory. Here's the 3-2 again, and sent flying into the glove of the right fielder. Tagging up, Pigeon's going to reach third easily, and there's one away. "16 years ago, as a burgeoning sports and media enthusiast, I was working for the St. Albans Messenger as the first pitch to Madison Guyette is swung on and a liner into center field. Guyette's going to think about the double, but instead she trots back after an RBI single to make the home team lead it 9-0. Pigeon becoming the 7th run scorer for the Thunderbirds as a steal for Guyette puts her in scoring position. The Thunderbirds looking to make it double digits. Carrie Campbell turns on that one very sharply, too much so in fact. The foul ball makes it 1-1. I was in my first year doing sports journalism for the local daily, the St. Albans Messenger, as that pitch just misses outside, 2-1. And the sports editor, Josh Kaufman, tasked me with a profile of Jay Hartman after it had been brought to his attention, Josh Kaufman's attention that is, that Jay Hartman had coached a milestone victory earlier that season. Here's a 3-1, fouled, or not fouled rather, but caught just inside the line at first, and there's 2 down. The milestone was that Hartman and McVicker had tallied their then 300th victory. Nobody had thought to notice until after the season, as this one is hammered high and deep to left, backing up and making the catch. The side retired after Maury's catch there, retiring the side, but not without a little more damage. 2 more runs for the Thunderbirds, who lead it 9-0. The rest of my personal anecdote to come in the 4th. But for now, you're watching continuing local sports coverage on Northwest Access TV. More online at northwestaccess.tv. Molly Medor is still on the hill, in the circle rather, mixing up my sports. It's the top of the 4th, and the good times continue for the Thunderbirds, who lead it 9-0. They had 5 runs in the first and have methodically added a pair each of their last 2 trips to the plate. First pitch strike thrown by Medor to Caitlin Maury. Maury was at bat in the first inning when the final out was tallied. It was a caught stealing at home. 1-2. Maury ended up being struck out by Molly Gagne in the top of the 2nd. Here's 1-2 pitch, and Maury knew as soon as she started swinging that she wasn't going to have a chance. 3 straight strikeouts for Medor, going back to the top of the 3rd. There's been a noticeable pressure shift in the atmosphere here, based on my own amateur barometric gauge. A somewhat darker cloud has blocked the sun, and the breeze picking up a little bit, but it is still plenty toasty. One and one, and another swing and a miss. This is Grace Leach, by the way. She was walked in the 2nd. And trying to get that bottom corner of the zone. Medor just misses. Evens up the count, 2 apiece. That one's low. It's a full count now as the sun has found its way. And a sliver as some thunder is heard. Another walk to Grace Leach. Players in the outfield heard the thunder, but the officials must not have heard it. Two balls, no strikes. Medor finds the zone on that one to finish the story. As now an ump looks up, noticing the thunder, and calls time. And almost assuredly, this game is about to be paused for a half hour. So a weather delay here at the pit. We'll continue in the 4th when this one resumes.